is diabetes? Most people have heard about diabetes. Some of you may even have been diagnosed with it, but what exactly does it mean? You may be thinking that I hardly eat any sweets, but then why has the doctor told me that my sugar level is high? I'm going to try and answer this question for you today. The body needs energy to function. We all know this. That energy comes from the food that we eat. Sort of like a car needs petrol to run. But what if the petrol is not able to get to the engine? The food that we eat is converted to glucose and then transported via blood to our muscles and our brain. The muscles and brain need that glucose to work. Insulin, which is a hormone produced by the pancreas, is needed for this to happen. If there's a lack of insulin in our body, or if the insulin can't work properly, then the glucose from our blood can't get to the muscles and the brain. And so the sugar level in our blood rises. But because the glucose can't get inside the muscles and the brain, we feel tired. Now, I'd like you to picture a lock and a key, and imagine that the glucose is trying to get into a muscle, but the key is not working because the lock is blocked. Insulin, in this case, is like the key. And what is blocking the lock, you ask? Well, in type 2 diabetes, it is usually the extra fat that we have stored in our body, which is stored in the tissues over many years. And this fat affects the tissues just like rust affects the lock. And it stops the key, which is insulin in this case, from working properly. And so I hope that this clarifies what diabetes is, and that having diabetes does not mean that you're eating too much sugar, and that's why your sugar levels are high.